From the West Coast to Missouri's land, we built this life with our own two hands. Cattle, goats, and donkeys too. Horses and llamas, we're a farm that grew. Chickens clucking, dogs running free. This is the place we're meant to be. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin. Sunrise hits, chores on the list. Bowling lanes at night, wood crafts we twist. Jerry's on the porch, Susan's quilting art. Robert's gaming strong, each plays their part. With every day new stories unfold. Living life, it never gets old. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the singing begin. 18 years and counting, still going strong. Meetups with friends, our journey's long. From San Diego shores to Missouri's hills, we found our home, it gives us thrills. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the singing begin.
Hey, hey, hey.
Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for stopping in.
It's nice to see a bunch of people in here. Thank you very much. So Rebecca was in here earlier. We're going to say hi because we get some good guests. Rebecca was in here early, and Jan came in, and then Scotty, and Linda Peterson came in. And
thank you, Linda,
morning
for the kind
coffee
words
with Mom.
With kind words on the song.
Yeah, thank you, Linda. Karen. Man, I had that name down there now. I said Gulaski?
Yeah.
Gulaska?
No.
Gulaski?
Galdosi.
Gadosi?
I think.
Gadosi. Okay. Welcome in. And Beverly Moffat. Hey, Beverly. And then Jaden came in. Teresa Jujuwitz. I can get that one. And then Rob came in. And he got the password in. Tiffany. Tiffany's in here. And then Fair Bricks Studio. They came in. Thank you. And then, hey, Susan Butler's in here. And then let's see, I missed anybody though. I got Scott. Okay. Virginia. Hey, Virginia. Welcome in. Thanks for coming this week. And Peaceful Des. There's our Peaceful Des.
Our new grandma.
Yep. And let's see. I'm thinking
chit chat.
Yeah, chit chat.
Where's the boss?
There's Kevin the boss. Hey, what's up, buddy? And let's see. Christine came in. Christine Betts. And I don't want to miss somebody even accidentally. And there's Cooper Chat. Kevin came in. All right, Kevin. I'm sorry you had problems with your live today. Thursday will be a better day. And let's see what we got. Kevin said hello. I'm halfway through.
Door.
Huh?
Checking the back.
Okay.
Door.
And Heather Langstrom came in. Welcome in, Heather. What happened there? What? Oh, yeah, sort of jump or something. Let's see. Said we had 30 people in here. Maybe all didn't say hi. There's Terry from Madwood Barbecue. Welcome in, Terry. Thanks for coming.
Heartland HQ with Think and Tank are here.
Oh, are they here? Okay, cool. There's Think and Tank, Tamara, and there's Quentin Nelson. Hey, Quint, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. And let's see. I'm going through as fast as I possibly can.
Chit chat.
And let me know if I get down where you're at or something like that. Heartland said that,
Yeah.
and I think I'm getting pretty close. Oh, there's Gail. Hey, Gail, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Oh, Greenland Quilter. Katie.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, Katie. That's a fairly new one on our channel.
Hi,
I've seen her
Gail.
once before.
P&J's Homestead Adventure.
P&J. All right.
Every time I see that one, I think
There's-
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Peter Old Man King Homestead. And dang it. Can't go. I can't see. I want to. Oh, there's I can't see it. There's Jason.
Oh, Illinois Jason.
Illinois Jason. Yeah. I know Jason's probably going, it's not that hard, but it is for me.
It is. Yeah.
It'll kill him. It'll kill him. I can't say
Where?
it. No, that's what that was. Jason's.
Oh, it's with a K.
Yeah. Kill. Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm almost caught
I
up.
think you are too.
All right. Well, everybody, there we are. We're all caught up. Everybody, thanks for coming in. If you do know the word, you need to type it in. If you don't know the word, you need to watch somebody else who types it in and sneak it from them. And we're going to bring our guests up so we can talk to them right away.
In a
Because,
few minutes.
oh yeah, you got other things to say, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to say in the song, I don't know some of the things that are old clips, but the little guy waving at the end. Did we already tell them about?
Yeah, that's our grandson.
Yeah, but he doesn't look as cute. He's getting grown up.
He was cute then. Now he's getting to be a little more
kindergarten.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
But our youngest grandson just started walking. He's 10 months old. He just started walking. So we'll have to start putting him on the videos too.
Yeah. His
So,
parents are okay with that.
Yeah.
From the beginning. So.
Yeah. So he'll be on pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right. So what else you got to say before we bring him up? I don't want to.
No babies.
Yeah, no new babies yet.
No, not yet. Still waiting.
And we won't have any new babies from our RC probably until July. That's when we'll start having babies from them. And that'll be exciting to see what kind of babies he throws.
Still no rain.
Yeah, still no rain. Everything's dry as a bone.
It's dusty as we drive around.
Matter of fact, I told Susan it was reminding me of. Now I wasn't around here, but I remember studying about the Dust Bowl.
Yeah,
in the 1930s.
Yeah,
and it is getting dusty and dry, and the grass that normally is green this time of year isn't green; it's brown.
Ralph's Webb is in.
Hey, Ralph, welcome in. I actually started feeding hay way early. Usually, I don't start feeding hay until January, and I'm feeding hay now, so I might have to go buy some hay. I'm hoping not to. Hoping this weather will change. We'll get some water, the grass will pop back up.
Tamara, we have a grandson born on the 1st of November, and then I'm at the end of November, so we share the month together.
Yep.
So,
you going to talk about who's coming up later on, or you want to do that later?
No, we're good. You can go with it.
Okay, so we're gonna bring up our guest. If you guys haven't figured out who it is,
They haven't. There's no way you gave.
yeah, I gave some clues. I put in the description.
Oh, did you?
So, anyways, here you go, guys. Hey, Robert, how are
Hi
you?
there.
Hey guys.
Thanks for coming in. Susan's got a list of questions, so I'm going to sit here and let her ask the questions and stuff.
But now the first one is, how do you pronounce the end?
Curmudgeon.
I didn't ask you.
Okay.
I'm asking you. I'm not asking you because you can't even figure out some of these names in here. So how do you pronounce it, and what's the story behind it?
Curmudgeon.
Curmudgeon.
Yep.
I got to write it phonetically.
It's a play on words for curmudgeon, the grumpy old man.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, I got it now. Curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The backstory on it is when we first came up to look at the property, we didn't come up with the name. It was kind of already named
Oh,
to a point. It was
Mhm.
just a rock painted over by the cabin, and it just said Curmudgeon. And I said, well, we're going to do a play on words, and that's the name of the property. And that was before we even decided to do YouTube.
right. Well, your YouTube started in 2021. How long have you been there before you started the YouTube channel? And
I
part two, where did you all come from? I mean, like move from?
Okay, well, when we started the YouTube, I actually started the YouTube like 2 months after we got here, but I wasn't posting anything because number one, we were still unpacking, we're still organizing, and I was just drop little videos here and there to show friends. And the channel was really started to show our friends back home what we were doing and that we were safe. For the first
Hey, Pete.
For the first
Go
6 to 8 months, Sarah wouldn't be in the videos. She was extremely shy, and she's like, "I don't want to be in front of the camera."
I hear you. That was
So,
me.
A lot of the early videos, it's always me, stuff like that, and I'd have to go back and edit stuff out because I'd say Sarah, and then finally I just said, "Sarah, just get into videos." This is a pain in the butt. Now, even when I'm by myself, it's me or we,
Mhm.
or us and we.
It is.
So if I'm doing stuff like in the one video when I went to town, you hear me say we or us a lot because
Right.
now it's just second nature.
Yeah, even though I was still sitting home
Yeah.
on that
You're
very
still part of it. You made the list for him to take to town, so you were part of it.
Yes. But as to where we came from Florida.
most of it.
Florida.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
where we were living last.
Mhm.
I'd been down there for about close to 30 years, and Sarah had been down there about 12 to 14 years.
Yeah, maybe 8, 14.
So, what was the draw to Alaska, or were you looking at other places to do Airbnb and Alaska fit the bill?
We weren't even looking to do an Airbnb. We were just trying to find a place to escape the heat in the summertime down there because I kept having heat strokes. And
Oh,
in a shipwright, I'm outside on the water 24/7 pretty much because I lived in my boat.
right.
The heat strokes just started kicking my butt, and the doctor just straight up said, "If you don't get out of the heat, you're going to be dead within 6 months."
Okay.
And Sarah said, "Okay, let's see if we can find a place to go in the summertime just to get out of the heat."
Right.
So we started looking. We looked in New Hampshire, New York, Maine, Vermont, Montana, Wyoming,
Yeah.
Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and we couldn't find anything that fit our criteria. So one day she said, "Well, you've always wanted to go to Alaska since you were a kid. Why don't we go look in Alaska?" I said, "Well, find the properties," and she did, and here we are.
Here we are.
Well, my dad was in the
Hello, Nora.
Navy and got stationed on Kodiak, Alaska. So I've lived up there on the island, and I actually started. My youngest sister was born there, and I started kindergarten there. And then he got transferred down to San Diego, so we moved. So I was there for a while. But Jerry's actually been back for 2 different types of trips, so we have a little bit of Alaska experience. And I remember some of the winters because out in front of the Navy housing was this big lake, and when it froze over, our little wire hair fox terrier had run of the mill, and he was out there, and he'd be skating across that pond, And my mom would say, "Where's the dog at? Where's the dog at?" And we'd look at, "Oh, he's out there on the pond," and we would wait for him to come back. We never went after him; he had to come back to us.
Yeah.
But that's about all I remember about wintertime
Right.
up there. But you were at there not wintertime.
I was in Nome, Alaska for
Right.
18 days in June and up to July 5th.
That's
So-
some of the best times to be up here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the midnight sun and stuff, and I was up. I actually went up and worked on our friend's gold claim up there for 18
Nice.
days. And it was the best vacation I've ever had. Even to this day, it was the best vacation I ever had.
That's great.
And not that I was away from her, but it was just the experience and to be there and to see the muscots and to see the reindeer and stuff. That was just and I did see a little bit of the Northern Lights because it would get dusk a little bit, and you could see a little bit of it. Not like you see in the wintertime, but you saw some of it. So, Nome is really weird because there's no trees. Not a tree.
It's tundra. It's tundra up
It's
there.
all tundra. So, and then the other time I was there, I was up in Juneau. A guy I met duck hunting invited me up to his place, and I was there for 2 weeks, a week,
Mhm.
2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
And I brought home 18 ducks. That
wow.
some of them are on the right here behind me from up there.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I brought home 18 ducks and I'm stuffed, and I gave away some to the club I was in, and I've got them mounts all around. What was that? Mounts all around the house.
Nice.
Nice. ducks.
And
So,
so then now we're going to go on that Alaska.
and now we're
cruise,
going on Rascal. So I'll get to be in Juneau again.
Juneau again. Yeah. Let me see. So when you take, I love the hurricane turn. I just love that. And I was reading about it where it starts in your town, correct? And then goes up and then comes back. Does it go down to Anchorage at all and come back around, or just up to
Talkeetna.
Thank you.
Talkeetna.
Talkeetna. And then
Talkeetna.
let me write that down. At your town, it goes up to the Hurricane Gulch and turns around. That's the turn. Does it come
No,
back?
They actually
No.
don't turn around. The engineers just walk to the other end of the train, and they can remotely control it from the southbound engine, which
Okay,
is
so it's not really a turn. It just
Yeah.
stops there and comes back.
Yeah,
the opposite way.
two engines, one on each end. They don't have
Okay.
caboose anymore.
Actually,
that's-
that train has 3 engines. Usually, there's 2 locomotives and then a powertrain. The powertrain is at the very back.
So where was your shopping trip? Was in Anchorage?
Yes.
So you went up, or did you catch it when it comes back down?
We catch it when it
Goes to
comes.
Anchorage. Okay. So how many miles is that? Because the tickets that you guys get is for every 20 miles, right? Or is it
Yes.
one ticket? Okay. So how many miles one way?
We're about 15, 16 miles from town.
The one ticket. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's
One
good.
ticket each.
So it goes down to Anchorage, you do your thing, and then you come back. Pardon
What's
me?
that?
I said one ticket to go down and one ticket to go home.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's a 3-hour trip, 3-hour tour, just like
Well,
Gilligan's.
That's to go to Anchorage. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because by the time we get down to town, it's about 2.5, 3 hours to Anchorage from Talkeetna.
So when you start it, are you out there like at 7:00 in the morning doing the flagship thing?
No, we
That's a
catch the southbound, which is at nighttime. So when we go in town, we're in town for a few days at a time.
So you make it worth your while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there's
that's a lot.
there's no other choice because the train only runs north in the morning and south in the afternoon. And we
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happens on Thursday from the third Thursday from October to May? Is it the same?
that becomes the winter aurora, and it's the first Thursday of every month. And
Okay.
that one starts in Anchorage, goes to the turn, and then back.
Okay. So if you rode it, if you had to go into town, you'd go that day, and then you'd have to stay a couple days and do the same thing, go back.
Yep.
Right.
Like I'm
Have you-
going out in November because I've got a dental appointment. I've got to take care of stuff that popped up that I don't want
Right.
to put off because I
off.
don't want to have an issue in the middle of winter.
Right.
So I'll start the train on Thursday, go stay in an Airbnb in town for a couple nights, and then I'll come back on Saturday.
And you
Then
do
what
okay,
happens?
Sarah, by yourself?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Good. I would
He
too.
has everything already. I can run the wood stove and the cook stove just fine. He can keep track of the batteries remotely. I don't do things like laundry while he's gone.
Right.
I don't run a lot of the electricity when he's
Right.
gone. I just hang out and play with the dogs and do
Pu-
what needs to be done.
Puzzles and books.
Puzzles, books, yeah, whatever
you do
needs
any-
to be.
Yeah. Do you knit or crochet?
I do not. I used
Oh.
to knit. I never could learn to crochet.
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of art. I started out as a potter long ago,
Right.
and most recently I switched to making handmade paper and then making bowl forms of things out of that paper and
That-
books. I write a little bit of silly things, and I make them into books. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's paper, and
You're-
it works.
Like paper mache?
Kind of. The paper is made from recycled paper like mache, and also from that piece is made from banana leaves.
Yeah.
We don't have banana leaves here, so that's been a holdup. I'm gonna start using fireweed petals because when we made the jelly a couple of years ago, I had all this glump at the end when you strain the juice into the jelly jars.
Yeah.
Yes, with all these cooked leaves or petals. And I said, what am I going to do with all this pulp? And I said, pulp.
We both said
pulp
the
is
same
paper.
Same
time.
thing. Oh, that's great. That's excellent. Excellent.
Hey,
the
big
one I-
family. Big fan, welcome in.
Okay, so I got the hurricane.
I don't mean to ignore people coming in, but you know if I don't say hi to you, please don't get offended.
And if you have any questions to ask Robin and Sarah, type them into the chat.
Yes,
please.
we'll try to highlight them.
We'll give a thumbs up or something like that.
We saw. I saw that you did a not a meet and greet, but a question and answer video with All Alone in Alaska. It was about 7 months ago. So I hope I'm not repeating all the same questions. It was a woman all alone in Alaska. And what's
Alone
the
in
other-
Alaska.
Alone in remote
Yeah,
Alaska.
and then there's Alaska, not the cord.
Alaska cut the
The
cord.
cord.
Cut the cord, yeah.
Yeah,
Who
cut
was
the
the-
electric cord.
Yeah, and then it was you all. So if I'm repeating, and that was about 8 months ago. But if I'm repeating questions, I'm
You're fine.
sorry. Too bad.
We have
New
just
people
like
all
you
the
guys, we
time.
have so many new subscribers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We were just on with Lewis Acre Farm, Karma today, and she was asking us about it. We were kind of explaining some of it, but anyway, because I was going to say next your YouTube thread is, YouTube channel is thriving.
Yeah.
You think? Did your fingers ever recover from all the comments?
I'm still
No, he's
responding.
You're
You're caught up though, aren't you?
I think I'm close to the bottom, but every time we get caught up, a bunch more come flooding in because that video is still rolling.
Yeah, what is it at now?
All right, let me look here. Hang on a second.
Here's Gail's question, Jerry.
Okay.
It is at 1.36 million.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's
And
awesome.
then the video from a week or so back is at 154,000. So we're getting a lot of feedback and a lot of comments on that as well. So
that's just I'm thrilled to death for you guys for that. That's just
Yeah.
awesome.
It really is cool.
Gail from Gail Southern Living wants to know what your favorite thing about Alaska is.
Oh, that's hard. I love it all.
I know.
Winter
Was it hard?
maybe.
Was it hard the first winter?
It was like coming home.
Oh, really? Well, because you had lived in New York one time,
Right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
grew up in upstate New York on a
right?
farm.
So
And then I had a cabin there for several years. It was seasonal property. And it just felt like home. I
Yeah.
love the quiet. I love the natural beauty. I love the challenge to make everything work.
yeah, that's daily. It's a daily
That's
challenge.
daily. I love the train. It's
Oh, I do too.
it's a
Yeah.
great resource for us.
Yeah.
And kind of an
Well,
adventure.
I've never been on a train yet, but when we go on the cruise next year, we're gonna ride the train that they have up there. It'll be my first time on a train.
Oh,
An actual
Yep.
train. I've been on the toy things, but I've never been on an actual train.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
looking forward to
that's
that.
part of the same system we're on. You just can't access it from here. That's still the Alaska Railroad.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And there was somebody.
When we moved from San Diego, one of the things that we were looking forward to was 4 defined seasons. Because in San Diego, it
It
runs
was one
June-
season.
basically one season. It got a little bit darker in the winter, and there was
Yeah.
sunshine in some parts of the summer, but there's a lot of gloom. And you just-
Haze, gray, and underway.
yeah, you just never, I had to look at a calendar daily to see what month, day it was in the
And
month.
there was nothing green. Everything was a brownish green. There was nothing, no bright green and nothing.
Right.
Yeah, they get 9 inches of rain a year. So we get like 72 inches, something like that a year. It's,
Wow.
Wow.
it's a lot different.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we've actually had a day here that we got 20 inches in one day. Now I
Wow.
was not here when that happened, but I
That's
had to come home and replant the fields because I had corn in the fields, and I was in Ohio, and it rained here. We got 20 inches. I come home and I have all these ruts and all the seeds washed out. I had to replant the whole fields again. Excuse me.
Here's another question.
Here's another question from Anthony Warren.
The difference is there It's not as drastic as a lot of people think. A lot of the cost comes from shipping of items like food and stuff like that. Our fuel is more than yours, and that's crazy because we have the oil fields, 500 miles north of us.
Right.
But everything is shipped from here down south to be refined or processed and then sent back. Like we can't buy salmon up here for any cheaper than you can, unless you go down and catch it yourself.
Right.
Crab legs are still
Seriously?
$80 a pound up here.
Holy crap!
But you can go out and net it yourself, right? Hoop net it.
Yeah, we can fish, but we
Mhm.
do the netting because we can get our whole limit in a day.
Yeah.
Let's
And then
35.
what is it? How many? What's the limit again?
We get 35. It's 10 for the head household, or 25 for the head household, and 10 for any person after in the household.
Okay, that's cool. There's a question from Jan.
Do we use special lighting in the winter? We don't really change our lighting. Everything we run is 98% of our lights in this house are all 24 volt, and we use low draw LED bulbs in them. So I can basically turn on all the little light bulbs that are 24 volt, and I might draw 3 amps if I had everything on in the house.
Wow.
The few places that I have regular incandescent bulbs or even LED 120 bulbs over the kitchen, that right there you see right there, Sarah's chair, and then one in the bedroom. Those are the only places we have regular incandescent bulbs. But we use flashlights though.
What?
They use flashlights a lot.
Oh, flashlight. Your generator, it's solar power or diesel power?
Well, right now we have 6 315 watt solar panels on the side of the house, and over the summertime, actually the same day we got the dog, I got 2 535 watt bifacials that I have leaning on the side of the house that I've got to mount still.
Yeah.
That's for summertime. We will get some in the wintertime. We won't be able to charge fully, but we can get about 80%, and then we'll have to run a gas generator or diesel generator. Right now, my Yanmar is down, and I've got to get parts for it and rebuild the whole generator. What
So you have
happened is
you
last
have
year
two
we had
generators in.
what's that?
You have 2 generators in.
Oh, we got like 5, 6.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Backups to backups up here.
Backups to backup. So when you found this place, was it just raw land, or it already had a building on it?
Nope. This property has been in existence since the 70s. The area was broken up into properties in the 70s, and then Jim and Nancy bought it in the 80s, and they developed it in the 90s. And a lot of people don't know our property was on the TV show Railroad Alaska.
Right.
So they became known for that, but we didn't know that when we purchased it until we were signing papers.
Until we signed the papers,
After we made the offer on it is when we kind of found out about that.
Did that make you want to change your mind, or you're okay with that?
Didn't bother me
Popularity?
one bit.
We're okay with that. When we walked onto the property, it just felt like home. So there was no changing it.
Yeah, because
what time of year did you buy the property?
we looked at it in May and June, and we closed on it on August 31st.
And when
Same
did
here.
you move on to it?
August 31st.
August. Okay. So in between May and August, you were making a list of everything you needed to bring up there to make it habitable.
We actually sold everything back in Florida.
Yeah.
And we were actually in Alaska by August 10th.
Wow.
So they decided they were going to go there, and they went there.
We're going, and that's
We
it.
weren't messing around. We just
Exactly.
because, like I said, originally we were going to find a seasonal property, and then we found this, and we looked at each other, and Sarah said, "Is this dream or is this happening?" And I said, "It's happening." And we both said, "If we're doing this, we're moving here." I'm like, "Ow, my arm."
Okay, there's a question right there for you. Is there a quota on muskox or reindeer or reindeer?
Muskox, I think that's a draw only. You have to get a draw tag on that. It's basically like winning the lotto, like going to some states for moose or something like that. Caribou, reindeer are domesticated. Caribou, what's in the wild? Same critter, just different situation.
Right.
Because you can't sell caribou meat, but you can sell reindeer meat.
Interesting.
Depending on where you go, how many you can get, and when the season is. Some places it's always open. Some places you can take 5 a day.
She wasn't paying
Some
attention.
places you can't get them all. Like we have them in our area, but you can't hunt from here because the herd is so small.
Right.
Okay, now Jan, here's your question real quick, but they already answered it, so you're gonna make it go back and watch the live over so you can get the answer. Okay, so here's a question for Virginia. How many can you accommodate up there?
It depends. We have the one cabin that we have that's ready to go right now. Technically, can sleep 4, 5, or 6 if we put a like a Murphy bed in the one room, but it's kind of connected to the bathroom, so
It's not very
a one.
private.
It's a 1-bedroom upstairs. The bedroom is upstairs with a queen size, and then we have a very comfortable, not a regular mattress, lazy boy pull-out sofa. It's an air mattress, so it's not one of those ones when you lay on it, you get the bar in the middle of your back.
No, it's really
Yeah.
nice.
It's really comfortable.
And then we have the trapper cabin, which is really basic, really rustic, and that's got a double bed in it. So if you're small and close to,
Yeah.
you can sleep too.
But with that one there, we can't rent that
But
out until I
not-
get a second point of egress put in.
Right.
Okay, we got one from Karen. What's the hardest thing to
hardest-
deal with during the winter in Alaska?
Going to town in the winter. I hate going to town in winter.
Mhm. And so
Yeah.
planning
Yeah.
ahead for it is the hardest thing about it.
That's why we did that huge
Huge.
shopping run.
Mhm.
Right. Right. Because in the winter they have to,
Deal with
snow,
snow,
and they have, yeah.
Ice and
Right. Yeah.
All right, and then Greenland Quilter, Katie said wanted to let you know that I think she's in Greenland, so, since that's what Greenland Quilter. You know, she's the one to know there's for mascots there's 5 per family
For reindeer.
for reindeer.
There's a
So the
draw.
draw
yeah.
for mascots, yeah. She wanted
Very
to let you know that, so I did.
Yeah, very similar here.
Mhm.
Wait,
They
But
can
when
sit-
when we go to go get caribou, we've got to drive 19 hours to get to the area where they're at.
They're not here in our backyard.
Well, they are, but we can't.
No,
what's not the caribou?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can't shoot.
Basically,
when
we got to go
when
up
I-
to the northern herd.
when I was in Nome, we worked out of the gold claim at 8:00 in the morning, and we ate dinner at midnight. And so we go crash at midnight, and and we were like, I was sleeping in a trailer that had tinfoil on the windows, so it was dark in there.
Yeah.
And the next morning I got up and there's all these footprints all around the camp I was in. I'm going, what the heck is going on? And I guess the caribou had come through the middle of the night there and walked all over the place and left all those muddy footprints. And I never heard them. They never made any noise to wake me up. And the next morning, when I went to breakfast, I said, "What herd threw it down?" It's, oh my gosh, it was a huge herd of caribou. But I saw them. I never saw the caribou, but I saw the muscots. They were sitting on the hill above us, and they would just stand there for hours at a time.
Yeah.
It was really interesting.
They just mill around. And this place is going up towards Burrow, or I came up with the new name of it. Is they changed the name of Burrow to something else. But I mean, sometimes you'll be stuck out there, waiting to get into town a mile away because the herd won't move.
They just stand there.
Yeah.
Mhm. They're
Do you
not very
guys-
bright animals.
I know you have a short season for it, but do you garden? Do you have a garden?
We have
Yeah.
it right now. We have a greenhouse because the grounds are not set up for growing yet. We're going to get a tiller in the springtime, a hand tiller,
Yeah.
and try to start prepping some of the land because we're going to have to amend it. The soil is good, but it's not really right. Eventually, I'm going to put in like a 20 or 30 by 60 greenhouse and just do it all on the inside.
Right.
And I'll put a rocket mass heater in it so I can start my season early and end it late.
Have you thought about hydroponics?
I have done hydroponics and aquaponics in the past, and my friend John that you see on our lives every now and then, he actually was in partnership with an aquaponic farm back in Florida. So I
Yeah.
have experience with it, but it's hard here because of the water and the electrical.
Mhm.
I'd
Yeah,
have
you
to
gotta-
find
We-
Station.
Yeah, that's true. We were just talking about our water and how we're changing things with our garden next year, and we're going to have to probably put in another spigot so that it's just straight well water, because we put in water softener, and even the cows are drinking soft water out there. But we had to hook a hose into the pipe in the well house and then run a 50-foot, 75-foot hose out to
Yeah,
the garden.
soft water is not good for the garden.
no.
I was
So
just wondering.
just somebody you might know. I don't know if are you familiar with him?
Yep, that's AK Dugmum. That's our
Oh,
friend
yeah.
Kim, and her husband Matt's probably in here from Matt's Garage. And I do see him in there. They're great people. We met them over the
Yeah, there's
summertime.
Matt's garage right here.
Yep,
That was
amazing
No,
people.
right there.
They come up to
No.
the meetup in
It's
the
jumping on
summertime.
me, honey. There, that's him right there. Okay,
Good people.
Yes.
what next?
Okay, so Greenland wants to do a collab with the Alaska people. This is to you guys.
Oh, that would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get
Our emails in with our about section, Katie, is drop me an email. We'll talk about it.
That'd be
Not a
fun to watch.
Yep.
You know, I never understood, Iceland and Greenland,
Mm,
because Iceland's very green and Greenland, from what I understand, is pretty
I see.
cold.
Icy.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
You're funny, funny.
Cute.
Okay, let me look at my list. Let's
Yep.
see.
What else yet?
I don't know.
The name of the channel is Curmudgeon in Alaska.
No, you don't put the curmudgeon. Just put curmudge in.
Curmudgeon. Okay, Curmudgeon in Alaska.
That's it. Not the word, not double N.
Yeah.
That's
Ask
Make
a
people-
question again. All right. I'm
Des,
sorry.
Des has a
Des,
question.
there's a question.
First one you were there, ready. The
it.
Yeah.
the first winter was a challenge because we only had a very small freezer,
Right.
and I'm talking something that's is maybe 70 cubic feet.
Yeah, I
Not
missed it.
fair. I had to go into town a lot to resupply
did.
because we were physically, but for supplies, certain things, we had a lot of canned goods that year, which we don't like canned goods, stuff like that. So I mean, every month I had to go in town and get more things until we get ourselves situated with another freezer.
Mhm.
Then we
Right.
found one more on the property and we got that working.
Mhm.
And that
helped
lasted
a lot.
and that lasted until last summer. And we still have it, still use it, but we added a second 18.5 cubic foot freezer.
Yeah.
But the first winter, the food was the issue. We weren't starving,
No, we weren't
but
starving, but
we had to
it
make
was
those
boring.
we had to make those runs to town way too
Mhm.
often.
Mhm.
Every month I was in town.
We still have a little trouble in winter with fresh fruits and vegetables. All our vegetables are frozen, and fresh fruits, uh, just we get our fruits out of cans these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
They don't last long.
Yeah.
And every time we go to town, and if he goes in winter, he picks up 3 or 4 apples, 1 or
Salad
2 or
stuff.
2 or 3 bananas is all that can make the trip. It's a hard trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on one second. Katie, I think somebody just Heather Larkson just
Yes.
dropped the link for us so you
I
can
wanted
find
to
it.
thank Heather for doing that. Also, Heather, you're right on top of it. I appreciate that. I really appreciate being a moderator, and Des is also moderator. She does that also. So thank you very much. One about okay. So Des got another question, a follow-up question, I guess.
She's just saying it. She always wondered
We're
what
actually both from the north, Des, so we kind of were ready for it. The cold
Yeah.
doesn't bother me. My body temperature runs high. So wintertime, unless it gets down to negative 15, I don't even put windbreaker pants on. I just get a pair of jeans on or a pair of khakis with a pair of thermals under it.
Right.
That's it. Last year I just wore a thermal top and my Caterpillar tractor coat. That's all I wore.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
if
we
you're not
bought-
going out a lot, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Before we moved here, I used to work in the grocery business in the freezer department, and my freezer was set at minus 56 degrees.
Yep.
So I used to
Broke
go in there
up.
stack ice cream off the stuff off pallets, and I know what it felt like to be real cold like that. So I used to wear a parka when I go in there, but it come here now, I could go outside without a jacket on, and I'm okay in the wintertime until the wind blows, and then it goes right through you.
Yep.
The first year we were here, 2 things. We bought snowsuits that cost $1 gazillion, and we never wore them
We've worn them twice.
twice. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Both are opportunities.
better to have them and not use them than need them and not have them.
Exactly. And the other thing is I found a base layer outfit. It's long sleeves. Some of them have a scoop neck. Some of them have a good high turtle. And they're really light. They are snug. You can wear them under just at anything.
Yeah.
And they make a huge difference. They're not bulky, they're slippery, so your clothes don't stick to them and nothing. They're
Yeah.
really great. And I wear them all winter.
Yeah.
I got like 3 or
Hey,
4 pair.
you see that, Rob? That's her email. You'll see it.
Yep. I
Excellent.
open up every email.
Every
so
email.
I won't miss you.
All right. Thanks for Wanda for coming in. Wanda Henry, welcome in. Miss anything? Well,
Yeah.
transfer, lecture. Okay. See, what's this? After this,
Saw somebody else had a question. I didn't see what it was. So
Look that up.
No. Yeah. They
I think
they
Lynn Peterson.
that's like hydroponics, and they can't.
Yeah,
really do that,
that's like hydroponics, and they can't really do that right there. So
Linda.
they have to use electricity, Linda.
No,
Mhm.
we grow a lot of stuff. We start everything in pots in the house.
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
actually I put pegs in the windows trim so we can put the pegs in and set shelves on there so we can have 2 rows of stuff starting in there.
And growing in the house is a
That's
good
smart.
idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could, like she said, we could grow things all winter.
Yeah, actually,
basically.
I've got a jalapeno plant
Like-
over there growing right now.
Yeah. Like lettuce
you
is
ever-
very
If you haven't put the giveaway word in, you need to do so because we're going to draw in a few minutes.
Yep.
We're not. Rob and Sarah staying, but we're going to do the draw.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pop it up, and we'll go in there and do that. So we'll see how many people got it in here. It looks like there's
39.
only 15. Put the word in.
Get that word in.
Yeah, I'm going that way.
I'll be right back. I got to get something.
Oh, okay. So here we are. We're on our own.
I know. I hate that.
I do too. I'm shy, and I'm not good at public
Do you-
speaking, if you will.
Do you guys all do you have access to a library when you go into town? Do you get to check out books and stuff, or
Getting them back is the problem. We
Yeah.
have a friend who hands us off things on the train. She'll run to town and grab something that we need in an emergency. But getting the books back to the library in a timely fashion is awkward.
Yeah.
We're both avid readers,
We've
and we do have a good library of our own. And we've gotten several new books since we've been here, of course. And I've been reading everything I can find that's written by Alaskans, and I buy those books.
right?
Some
I,
of them are signed, and it's
Hey.
a real pleasure.
No,
Rob
that got
got it
in
already.
the mail.
There you
All
are.
right, we got 28 in here. 28 signed up.
Good.
When
Got the word in.
When I first started
So-
quilting, one of the ladies that I learned from was from Alaska for a while. She since has moved to New Mexico. So she had some stories to tell. That was fun. But I think she was in Anchorage. She wasn't out in the sticks.
Are you ready, Susan?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Katie, I did get your email. I just seen it pop up.
I didn't even show what we were giving away.
Well, they're going to be surprised, aren't they?
Oh,
There you go.
Good.
Let's be surprised.
Bella's Whisper got it. Congratulations. Okay,
Great.
I'm
Okay,
going out of
so-
here.
This she's getting a jar of barbecue sauce, and this is the last one I'm sending out. I don't want to. I'm down to 4, and it's
Ooh.
got to last a while. So Bella gets the last one as a giveaway.
Good
And
for her.
then next week's word is time change.
That's a bad
Time
word.
Ooh.
changes November
Hey, Jesse
3rd.
Jr.
November 3rd. And so the word's time change. One word, TIMECHANGE.
Did you get it written down, Jan? We'll be sure she get it written down. So
So, Kristen, I'll get the barbecue sauce in the mail to you this week.
Rob, that hat, is that a winter hat or a summer hat?
It's a winter.
That's the winner. Huh?
Oh, no, is it?
Yeah.
Is it winter?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
See, the summer is.
So you-
Better.
I figured you need. I can remember what we sent you. And I was talking tonight to Susan. We only have 4 hats left, so and she, I didn't remember. Those are going to be collector's items because we're never going to have that logo used again.
Rebecca got her.
I like that logo too. That's nice.
It looks
Yeah.
handsome.
Thank you.
What?
I designed it.
Yeah, that's Susan's design.
Ah,
We went
Very
to California a couple of years ago, and we were driving, and we pulled into a Jack in the Box, which we didn't have any place close except for Springfield, or is it Tulsa?
I think
Anyway.
Tulsa's only.
So we pulled into Jack in the Box so we could have their tacos. Love their tacos. And on the wall was it was in a square,
It was
but it was
metal.
the state of California, and it had Bakersfield, engraved there on it as where this, was store was at. And I went to the guy and I said, "Do you mind if I take a picture of that?" Because I started envisioning this logo. And he says, "No, go right ahead." So I snapped a picture.
I showed it to a friend of mine, and he did it up for
He
us.
did it up with the state
Nice.
colors, and then and then in the stickers that we still have, it says Butler Family Farm.
Yeah, and if you look at that hat real close, there's a little star down
Yeah,
in the
right
bottom
where
left
you-
hand corner.
Stark
On
City.
that's where Stark City is located. Yep,
nice.
How far are you from Republic?
about an hour and
About
about
an
an hour.
Okay, because our friend from Gentleman Prospector, that's where he is, and he's finding gold. So I'd like to get you guys connected together sometime. 'Cause I know
He's
you like
hitting gold here in Missouri.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, 'cause I was told by a lot of people there's no gold here in Missouri.
they're telling you that so you don't go looking.
No,
Yeah, that's true.
I might go out my creek now and start looking. Because I still have a dry washer and I still have a dredge that I brought with me from California.
Yeah,
it's a 2.5-inch dredge, but I could go out there and throw dirt in a dry washer real quick.
Yeah, I've got the starts of a 4-inch dredge. I've got multiple sluices. I've got the gold cube, and I'm thinking about picking up a small trommel that I can pull behind the four wheeler
Yeah.
and setting up a crash box and stuff like that for that with a sluice.
He has a lot of fun with that.
Well, the big thing is we got 3 rocks on the property here that we want to clean them for using them for places. So I figure if I just pump them up, wash it off, get the stuff off of it, there's her
Who
rocks,
knows?
and I can find gold.
Yep.
There you go. Twofold.
Twofold. And right now, I guess the price of gold is $2,600 an ounce.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, when I was prospecting, it was $300 an ounce.
Right.
I mean, like, wow. I told Sue the other day, I said, we might have to hook up we have to get a new RV, but go back out to California potholes and dig up for some more gold. I
Right.
mean, we're still on 7 claims in our club from California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can go out there and start digging up gold out there.
I
Yep.
used to go out and because it was all desert, we used to go out for weekends, and I'd have to dress Robert in a red or orange or lime green shirt because he would just take off, and we were kind of like in a drywall.
And actually like a bowl.
Yeah, to where he could go and we could see him, but he wasn't stuck, with us. And so he grew up out there.
Climbing all over those
Yeah.
mountains, and you could look up and see a bright orange shirt walking across
Yeah.
the top of the mountains. You knew where he was. At least we kept an eye on him.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, welcome in, Derek. Welcome in, Ace from Florida. I know I missed a lot of people who came in, and Henry Leslie from Vermont. And I'm sorry that we missed you.
But thank you for
But
stopping
thanks
in.
for stopping in.
So, where's my list?
What else you got?
Let me see what else. So I asked about reading.
And are you
Gardening.
going to talk about who's going live after us?
I didn't research that. So
Okay, well, Maddie's going live from Backwards Mindset. He'll be going live, or I already started live at 7:30. I'm not sure if, or 6:30.
Well, probably Old Pecan Homestead goes on at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, they go on at 8 o'clock.
And
A lot of good lives out there, you guys. So hook up with them if you want to watch something different.
Music with the Vineyard Chicks is at
8 o'clock.
Yep.
Yep.
So
And I don't know. I think I saw the women are doing their Four Sisters again tonight.
I didn't look at that one. I was just looking at last week's note. Anyway, yeah, there's several lives
Yeah.
out there. So
What?
I don't have anything else.
You out of questions?
I'm
Oh
out
my
of-
Lord!
Out of thought. Yeah. You guys are really good. I really appreciate you coming on because I wanted to talk to different channels and stuff, but I didn't want to do this, quiz kind of thing, Dan. I wanted to make it conversation. So I
Yeah,
hope
conversation talk.
Hope that's
And
what it
that's a lot easier for a lot of people. It
Mhm.
it makes it flow a little bit better too.
Well, you have to start with a question or two, but then it adds on to
Look
other
who just
stuff.
came in. There, hey, Peterson Farms in Nashville. Welcome in. They just popped in.
Yeah,
Good.
Pit Life Barbecue will be starting at 7.
Okay, Pit Life Barbecue starting
Nice.
at 7 also. I'll just post that up there.
Yeah, I looked
Yeah.
on, just so y'all know in chat, I go on Ralph Webb's spreadsheet and I look at what he's got listed there. That's where my information comes from. So if you want to get more publicity, you should hook up with Ralph and get on his spreadsheet
Yeah.
for your lives, because that's where I go to check on stuff. And then sometimes I go and then I double check on the channels to make sure that they're going to be live that night. So
So I got a
Yeah.
question for you, Rob. Are you melting any of the snow that's coming down? Are you letting it go in your trough and then melt it down here later? Or are you is it not heavy enough?
Well, it's this thick right. It's this deep right now. It's a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
In wintertime, that's the only way we get our cleaning and
Cleaning
bathing
water.
water.
Mhm.
But we get our drinking water from a spring. It's too far to try to drag up large quantities. So you can see right here over my shoulder, that silver tank right there, that's on the back of the cook stove, and that holds 22 gallons of water. So we'll stuff that with snow 2 or 3 times a day,
Mhm.
and we'll be able to produce in probably about 20 to 30 gallons a day.
That one?
And then
Yeah,
we
we'll
put that water, if we're not using it that day,
It goes
we
down
put
into
it
the
down
tank
into
under
the
the
tank
house.
under the house.
So you had to
See.
bring up a lot of storage things for like doing water and all
Yes.
that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 210-gallon tanks under this house. The cabin right now has got a 100-gallon tank, but I'm swapping that out for a 300-gallon bladder tank.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
if that works good, I might actually add 2 or 3 of those under here, because like right now, the creek is frozen,
Creek is frozen.
so we can't get water
Pump
to the
is
house.
frozen. Hose is frozen.
So
Yeah.
if we have an extra 600-700 gallons under the house this time of year, we're sitting pretty.
Yes.
So your spring is frozen now,
No,
right?
No,
Not
it's-
the spring's not.
Creek.
Just the creek. Okay.
And when did your freeze start?
about a week ago.
A week ago? Because we had
Wow.
ours,
Yes.
it was kind of a soft freeze,
Yeah.
for us.
It got
was
down
just
to
one-
22 degrees, but
No, it wasn't. It
what
was,
we went
was it?
yes,
Okay.
I saw before I went to bed, it was 22 degrees.
Okay. So I had to turn the heat lamps on my chickens. I've had them on my meat
Mm.
chickens.
We don't heat the chickens at all, because if you start heating them, you always got to heat them.
Well, we're going to
Well-
heat them all right. We're going to heat them up in the oven.
Yeah, well, they weren't like totally feathered out, and they're not in a house, they're in a chicken tractor. So it's just
Yeah.
They got probably about less than 4 weeks before
Yeah.
we butcher them.
yeah. And then we're
Oh,
done.
yeah. Yeah, meat
Yeah.
birds are a little different from regular
Yeah.
hens.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't heat the outside chickens. They've got a house. I mean, the egg chickens. They've got a house. It's not insulated, but they've done quite well. They've got nest box, and I haven't lost any to weather out there. It's
And we haven't.
mostly,
I shouldn't say this. I should
If
not.
we're
say
not,
this.
if we're
Come
not
with-
losing for weather, you're not losing to weather, because
We haven't lost any to any varmint yet.
No.
yeah.
We haven't had a raccoon here since the last one I shot, and I'm sure he probably the word got out about that. So
Yeah.
we have raccoons. We have lots of raccoons. We have lots of bobcats, but they
Yep.
don't come near the house very much.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because the dogs are out all over the place or what the deal is, but we've been lucky. When we first moved here, we had raccoons running rampant around here, and we got rid of most of them.
And we have the donkeys out there too.
Yeah, and we have the donkeys out there, so
Well, they're no-
that might be one of the reasons why we don't see very many raccoons coming up the house anymore.
This
Yeah,
one guy
donkeys
got
are protective.
gray. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Donkeys are very protective.
Yeah. Ours are they're noisy too. They like to let you know that something's not right. So,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's good. So,
anyways,
yeah.
you got anything else you want to
No,
talk about?
I don't.
That's a new one there. There's a new person here I've never seen before.
I recognize them.
Do you?
There you go.
Met them in Tuber Chat.
Oh,
Cat.
okay. Welcome in. That's the first time I think I've seen that name, but I may
Yeah.
have seen it on Tour Chat. But anyways, Kevin is going on Thursday again. Let you know he had problems today's live.
Yeah, I saw that.
Uh,
Our biggest thing right now is we're trying to get so much done before we start getting really dark early.
Right.
Right.
So like we're
So
still
what?
doing.
How dark is it getting? Like when's it actually dark at your place?
We're at 8.5 or 8 hours and 5 minutes of daylight right now.
Okay,
And
and
when does it start?
when's it start getting dark?
No, I meant
Uh,
start the day.
6, and then sun's not up until about 8 or so.
mhm,
Oh, so it's not up to 8 and it goes dark about 6, huh?
mhm.
Yeah, it
And
might be
you're
a
2
little
hours
earlier.
different. So it's 4:40 there now. So you got about 2 hours left then.
Yeah, I mean, let me
Mhm.
look so I'm not misquoting that, but I know
Okay.
it's fairly
That
early. But
sounds-
we still have quite a bit of twilight time too.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah,
when
our
it goes
sun-
dark. It's not dark, not yet.
Yeah, the sun comes up at 9:05 right now, and it goes down at 6:23. So we're at 9 hours of daylight,
Mhm.
roughly.
Right now.
Which is December.
Okay, with
21st.
on December 21st, which is the winter solstice, how many hours
is.
of darkness is it?
About 5.
About 5.
Yeah, it's the sun's not up
No.
until after 11, and it's down by like 4.
So about 5 hours of sunlight, not darkness.
No, daylight. We're
Daylight,
So you have
yeah.
about 19 hours of darkness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say the summer solstice or the winter solstice?
No,
Winter.
Winter.
yeah.
Yeah, the winter. So
Yeah,
you're
we're down to about 5 hours of daylight at that point.
Mhm.
Wow. I might get depressed. I might.
You find things to do to keep you busy.
And it doesn't last that long. After the solstice, it starts getting
Within 2
Lighter.
days, we start
Yeah.
getting longer days. By mid-February, we're about what we are right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's not.
that's why I'm glad I've got livestock. I take care of most of the livestock, the small stuff, the
Mhm.
chickens and the goat, go out and feed and all the animals around the house. And I would have to do that every couple of days during winter. So
Yeah, she bundles up. She cracks me. She bundles up like the Michelin Man, and then she
Absolutely.
waddles out there, and I walk out. It maybe it's like 14 or 50 degrees, no wind. I walk out there, t-shirt. What are you doing? I'm doing the chores. I said, if you could move faster, you'd be warmer, but you can't move with all that stuff on. But
said the guy who worked in a freezer.
yeah, well, I mean, I know my blood's thicker.
And I have to turn the air conditioner on in March when I prefer to let it go until April.
Because I don't like the
He
heat.
doesn't like the heat, but
I rather be at night. I rather be 60 degrees in the house and go to sleep than 70 degrees. But I go to 69 and just let her happy with that, because she got 4 blankets on the bed on her side.
on my side, I don't make him suffer through it.
But I'm a hot person, so I rather be cool weather than hot weather.
Him
Says
too.
the guy
Yeah, that's
that
all I
lives in Missouri with humidity.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I get in my tractor and I can tell if the air is not quite right in there. I put a can of Freon in to keep it cold.
No,
There's
they
a
put
new
it in for
Australian
baby.
Shepherd.
She's back there whining.
Yeah.
She's a cry.
Now that's an Australian Shepherd, correct?
Australian and English Shepherd mix.
Mix.
Okay, mix. And you got her local there?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
she's a parking lot puppy.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
You find her in the back of a pickup truck with her siblings for sale.
Oh, okay.
We have that. We have that in our Walmart shop.
Yeah,
parking lot. A lot of-
Walmart dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a
This was
three
a
bears
Three Bears
dog.
dog. They have really high quality dogs at the Three Bears parking lot.
She looks like it.
That's
yes.
the best dogs, really. The mixes is the
Yeah.
best. All right. Well,
Oh,
we've gone for over an hour. And I appreciate
Wow.
everybody who's been in here.
We
and
appreciate
and
And we
Bob and Sarah.
appreciate you guys coming in here.
And
We
you are
appreciate
not shy.
No, you're not. I mean,
Yeah,
I remember, really, Sarah, I remember the very first time I saw you on live with Rob, and you were shy. You've come a
I was.
long ways. And the same
I
thing with
have
Susan.
indeed.
Same thing with
I
Susan. When she first, I got her, on a couple of videos. She's, I don't want to be on video. I got her to start doing it. And now every time I turn around, she says, "Where's the camera? Where's the camera? I need the camera." And she grabs the camera, and runs out, and does videos. So actually, I like that, because she does the videos, and I get a chance to spend time editing them, and I'm not editing something I've already done or seen. It's new stuff, so
Right.
I'm paying more attention to it, when I edit it, which is kind of nice, But
Good.
Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming up, and we'll have
It was a good chat.
Thank you for
you.
having us.
No, we enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this for us, and Derek gave 5 memberships away. And I'm gonna have to go-
Woo!
thank you, Derek, for doing that. I'll have to go and look and see who got it, but I can't see it from here. So I'll have to
Thank
go
you,
and
Derek.
Mary
check out
McCoy,
who got the 5 ones.
Rainey's Ridge, Heaven's Fire. Oh, I'm using my mouse on my phone. And Ace, Florida.
Oh wow, that's cool. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate that. Anyways, we're gonna have a guest next month. It's basically the same weekend.
Yeah, third Monday.
Third
Monday.
Monday, and they're closer down to this area. And I'm not going to give too much away about that until we get closer to it. I want everybody to come back and see who it is, and
Right.
hopefully by then I'll understand the stream labs better. So, and we'll be doing things on Streamlabs instead on the free StreamYard, because I don't know how much longer the free StreamYard will be available.
Yeah, I know. And their price went up again, I guess. So,
They raised the price again.
well, recently, or they're
Yeah.
talking about.
So, yeah, it's $44.99 for the one that was $25, and I was
Yeah.
okay with $25, and I would have been okay if it went just to 30. But when they went up, $20, I thought, I don't use it that much to make it
Exactly.
worthwhile.
Exactly.
So, anyways, I appreciate Rob, and if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me.
Yes, sir. It was
Enjoy
great.
the
seeing you
rest of
guys.
your
Great chat.
daylight.
Thank you all for coming in.
All right.
Thanks
you.
everybody for coming in. We're gonna end this here in just a few seconds.
Giveaway word is time change for next week.
Yeah, we don't know the word. Get it written down so you'll have it. So we're gonna go, and everyone have a nice evening. Good night.